The space for civil society in Iran has narrowed considerably, especially since the 2009 presidential elections. This has led to many human rights activists, journalists and bloggers, and human rights defenders being arrested and thrown in prison. And many others have been forced to flee the country, either because they already served prison sentences or because they were facing harassment and pressure from the authorities. Kaveh Kermanshahhi is a human rights activist and a blogger and a journalist. He was one of the members of the 1 Million Signatures campaign, which was a grassroots effort to change discriminatory laws against women in Iran. One of the individuals who was responsible for blogging and getting information out about political dissidents, particularly Kurdish political dissidents in the country.
موقعی که من رو بازداشت کردن دلیل خاصی ارائه ندادن، حتی حکم قضایی هم به من نشون ندادن. هرچند گفتن ما حکم قضایی داریم ولی به من نشون ندادن. ولی در همون روز دوم وقتی من رو به دادگاه منتقل کردم برای تفهیم اتهام، تاکیدشون روی اقدام علیه امنیت ملی و تبلیغ علیه نظام بود و خیلی حساسیت ویژه‌ای هم داشتن روی همین ارتباط با خانواده زندانیان سیاسی و کشته شدگان سیاسی طی اون جریانات بعد از انتخابات.
Kaveh, because of his activities, was arrested, presumably by members of the Ministry of Intelligence. He was transferred to a secret detention facility in Kermanshah, which is a city in northwestern Iran, which is where he's from. He was in detention for about 4 months. During that time, for part of that time, his family had no idea where he was.
رفتار بازجوها مشخصا رفتار خوبی نبود. گاهن همراه با توهین و ناسزا گفتن بودش در حین بازجویی و من حداقل 2 بار هم مورد ضرب و شتم فیزیکی از طرف بازجو قرار گرفتم و 1 بارش متاسفانه از طرف خود دادستانی بود که از دادگاه اومده بود برای تفهیم اتهام من به بازداشتگاه و خود اون شخص من رو مورد ضرب و شتم شدیدی قرار داد.
Usually what happens, and this happened with Kaveh as well, is you're released from bail, you're allowed to see your family members again, and you essentially wait. Your status is completely uncertain. At any time, the authorities can summon you to serve your prison sentence. And in the case of Kaveh, he had been convicted, and an appeals court reduced his 5-year sentence to 4 years. So he would have to serve 4 years in prison, and it was too much for him. He knew that he was not guilty. He knew that he would not be able to endure that time in prison and made the decision to leave the country.
ببینید متاسفانه الان شرایط خوبی در داخل ایران نیست. یک تعداد زیادی از فعالان سیاسی، مدنی، حقوق بشری، روزنامه‌نگاران در زندان هستند. یک تعداد بیشتری از اونها مجبور شدن که از کشور خارج بشن و در فضای تبعید به سر میبرن. یک تعداد دیگری از اونها مجبور به سکوت و انفعال شدن. اما با این وجود هنوز فعالیت‌ها به شکل‌های دیگری که شاید خیلی هم عینی نباشه ادامه داره و چیزی که ما رو امیدوار میکنه تاریخ این چند دهه اخیر در ایران هست. یعنی ما سرکوب‌های گسترده به این شکل رو کم نداشتیم حداقل در 30 سال گذشته، ولی هر بار که اتفاق افتاده نتیجهش متوقف شدن فعالیت‌ها نبوده لزوماً.
There is a future for civil society activists, and there are many individuals who have still decided to stay in the country and are pursuing their activities. And that's essentially what Kaveh is referring to, both to the fact that some individuals have decided to stay in the country and are pursuing their activities perhaps underground, but they're still doing it. And also those individuals like Kaveh who left are also pursuing their activities from abroad. So there is a very active civil society that is still continuing to work and struggle inside the country and outside the country.